Finding joy. Amidst chaos, the art of happiness, in conflict. Introduction. Dancing in the Eye of the Storm, written by Iyabo Bello. Narrated by Joanne, powered by Mercy Elroy. Imagine this. You're standing dead center in the eye of a violent storm. Winds howl, debris flies, chaos reigns. But there you are. Calm, grounded, even joyful. Sounds impossible? It's not. In fact, it's a skill. One that anyone can master. And here's the secret. True happiness isn't found when everything is perfect. It's found in how we navigate the mess. This book is about unlocking that skill. About thriving, not just surviving when life gets messy. It's about turning storms into symphonies. Reflection exercise. Think of a recent conflict you faced. How did you respond? Write down the emotions you felt. Now imagine if you had stayed calm. How might the outcome have changed? Chapter 1. The nature of conflict, why we run from it, and why we shouldn't conflict. Just the word can trigger tension in your shoulders. But here's the twist. Conflict isn't the enemy. It's the teacher. In every argument, every disagreement, every storm, there's a hidden opportunity. A coded message from life saying, there's more for you here, more growth, more understanding, more depth. The problem? We run from it. We've been conditioned to see conflict as destructive. But what if it's not? What if conflict is a catalyst, pushing us toward a stronger, deeper version of ourselves? Types of conflict. Internal conflicts, fears, doubts, identity crises. Interpersonal conflicts, family disputes, work tensions, friendship fallouts. Societal conflicts, cultural clashes, political divides, systemic injustices. Each layer offers a mirror to who we are and how we cope. Exercise. Identify a conflict you avoid. Ask yourself, what am I afraid of here? Journal for 10 minutes on how facing it could lead to growth. Chapter 2. Reframing conflict. Turning pain into power. Here's a hard truth. You can't avoid conflict, but what you can control is the narrative you attach to it. When you look at conflict through a different lens, something magical happens. The argument with your partner, it becomes a window into deeper intimacy. The tension at work, a chance to sharpen your leadership. Reframing isn't just positive thinking, it's neuroscience, and we'll get into that. Reframing techniques. The 24-hour rule. Before reacting, wait 24 hours and reassess. Ask, what's the gift here? Every conflict holds a lesson. Practice. Curiosity. Instead of thinking, why is this happening to me? Ask, why is this happening for me? Exercise. Choose a past conflict. List the negative impacts it had on you. Now, list the unexpected positives that came from it. Growth, strength, clarity. Chapter 3. The neuroscience of happiness in conflict. Rewiring the chaos science backs this up. Your brain is a shapeshifter. Neuroscientists call it neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on experience. When you consciously seek joy or meaning in difficult situations, you're literally carving new neural pathways. Think of it as mental weightlifting. The more you flex the muscle of reframing, the stronger it gets. Over time, what once triggered anger or stress now sparks curiosity or even gratitude. How conflict affects the brain, amygdala, hijack. Conflict triggers fight or flight, bypassing rational thinking. Prefrontal cortex, activation, mindfulness, and reframing pull you back into logical decision-making. Brain hack. Exercise. Next time you feel triggered, use the name it to tame it technique. Label the emotion you're feeling aloud, e.g., I'm feeling anger. Take 3 slow breaths, focusing on the exhale. This calms the amygdala and reactivates your rational brain. Chapter 4. Practical Strategies. The Conflict Survival. Kid okay? Time for tools. These aren't fluffy, just think happy thoughts tips. These are science-backed, field-tested strategies you can use the next time life throws a curveball. Mindfulness. Become the observer, not the reactor. Think of it like stepping off the battlefield and watching from a safe hilltop. Gratitude, even when it sucks. Train your brain to find silver linings. Gratitude rewires your brain faster than any other practice. Empathy. Conflict often isn't about right or wrong. It's about feeling seen. Seek to understand, not to win. The growth lens approach. In every conflict, ask, what is this trying to teach me? Breathwork and body hacks. When your mind spirals, use your body to pull it back. Spoiler. One breathing technique can lower cortisol in under 60 seconds. Exercises. The 5-10-5-5. Breathwork. Inhale for 5 seconds, hold for 5, exhale for 5. Repeat until calm. Conflict journal. After any argument, write down, what triggered you? How did you react? What would you do differently? Next time, Chapter 5. Real-life stories. Joy in the middle of the storm. Let me take you deeper into my personal chaos. A few years ago, my family hit rock bottom. A dispute so heated it tore at the fabric of everything I knew. But in that wreckage I found something unexpected. A moment of stillness, a space to listen, to understand, and to heal. The result? Not just resolution, but a bond stronger than before. And it's not just me. You'll read about a CEO who turned workplace tension into company-wide transformation. A couple on the brink of divorce who used conflict as the spark for a new, deeper love. A war veteran who found peace in the aftermath of chaos. Reflection. Exercise. Think of a time when conflict led to unexpected growth. Write a thank you letter to that conflict. What did it teach you? Chapter 6. The Ripple Effect. How your peace becomes contagious. When you master the art of calm in chaos, it doesn't just affect you, it radiates. Families change, workplaces shift, communities heal. One person centered in conflict can diffuse an entire room. Imagine if more of us learned that skill. Imagine the kind of world we could build. Ripple reflection. Think of someone whose calm has positively influenced you. Now consider, who could you be that person for? Group exercise. In a group setting, role-play a high-tension conflict. Practice, using empathy and reframing techniques to navigate it. Conclusion. The eye of the storm is always. Their chaos is inevitable. Conflict is constant. But calm? It's there, buried beneath the noise, waiting for you to tap into it. So the next time life throws you into the storm, remember, you don't need the storm to pass. You just need to find the eye. Because happiness isn't the absence of conflict. It's the mastery of it. Final reflection. How would your life change if you stopped running from conflict and started dancing with it? Want more? Biblical wisdom for finding peace. Amidst chaos, the Bible is rich with stories and teachings on how to navigate conflict, find peace, and cultivate resilience. Here are some passages and reflections that expand on the themes in this book. Peace. In the storm, John 16:33, NIV. I have told you these things, so that in me you may have peace. In this world, you will have trouble. But take heart, I have overcome the world. Reflection. Jesus acknowledges that conflict is inevitable, but emphasizes that peace comes from within, rooted in faith. Isaiah 26:3, NIV. You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you. Application. Explore how trust in a higher power can anchor you during life's storms, helping you maintain inner calm. Conflict resolution and reconciliation. Matthew 5:9, NIV. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Exercise. Think of a conflict in your life where you could step in as a peacemaker. What small action could shift the dynamic? Romans 12:18, NIV. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Reflection. Sometimes peace means setting boundaries. Reflect on where you might need to protect your peace while still extending grace to others. Finding strength and joy in trials. James 1:4, NIV. Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Journal prompt. How have past conflicts shaped you? Can you see the strength and growth that emerged from them? Corinthians 12:9-10, NIV. But he said to me, My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. Reflection. Embrace vulnerability in conflict as a source of strength. Weakness isn't failure. It's an invitation for deeper grace. Cultivating lasting inner peace. Philippians 4:67, NIV. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Practical tool. Incorporate daily gratitude journaling and mindful prayer to anchor your thoughts in peace. Colossians 3:15, NIV. Let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, since as members of one body you were called to peace, and be thankful. Challenge. How can you become a source of peace in your community? Identify one way to extend grace to others this week. Bonus reflection. Storms are temporary, but the lessons they teach can last a lifetime. Conflict isn't meant to break us, it's meant to shape us. These biblical passages reveal a roadmap for turning conflict into a catalyst for deeper joy, stronger relationships, and unshakable peace. The storm will always rage, but so can your peace.